This November, the UK will host world leaders in Glasgow at the 26th UN Climate Summit, also known as COP26. But what is COP, and why is this one so important? Let's first start by breaking down some political jargon. COP stands for Conference of the Parties. It is the world's major climate conference where world leaders from nearly 200 countries meet to negotiate and agree plans for tackling climate change. The first COP took place in Berlin in 1995, and they have been taking place every year since. Well, except for last year when COVID kind of ruined the party. The 2021 conference is the 26th meeting of its kind, hence why it's called COP26, and it is a big one. This is the most important meeting since COP21, which took place in Paris in 2015. At COP21, 191 world leaders signed the Paris Climate Agreement. The agreement committed countries to stop the world's average temperature rising more than 2 degrees, or ideally 1.5 degrees Celsius. And as part of that, wealthier nations also agreed to provide finance and technology to help more vulnerable countries deal with climate change. A truly historic moment, and it only took 20 COP meetings to get there. Anyway, in Paris, each nation also promised to develop plans for deep cuts to their carbon emissions and present these plans 5 years later. These are called Nationally Determined Contributions, or NDCs. I know, more political jargon. But this finally brings us to Glasgow. COP26 is the deadline for all countries to present their new and approved plans, and a lot is riding on them. Together, these plans need to set the world on track to actually fulfill the promises and commitments made in Paris. But so far, if we add up all the promised emission cuts from countries, temperatures will continue to rise to nearly 3 degrees Celsius by the end of the century. Strong agreement amongst all countries at COP is crucial because the conference works by a consensus process. And even more crucial, for COP26 to be a real success, leaders need to go beyond commitments they've already made. And they need to back up their promises with concrete national plans, policies, and investments. For example, to keep temperatures below that 1.5 degrees Celsius limit, every country needs to stop all new fossil fuel projects immediately and start phasing out coal, oil, and gas altogether. Along with many other activist groups, Greenpeace will be there to make sure that the message is heard loud and clear. Greenpeace also supports grassroots groups and indigenous leaders who attend COP, because communities from the global south are often the most exposed to climate impacts despite being the least responsible. Decisions made at COP26 will therefore affect them most directly, and it's important that they are listened to. This is the last decade the world has to avoid the worst impacts of global warming. Unimaginable natural disasters, sea level rise, and mass extinction of wildlife. Many of these effects can already be felt today. COP26 is a chance to globally commit to a better future, and it's a unique opportunity to build a stronger and fairer global economy, because the longer governments wait to take action, the harder it will be to succeed. At COP26, the world is watching.